what it is. You asked for it. RS versus STI. Here we are, 2017 Subaru WRX STI Technica International.
I thought it was an Evo. Just kidding.
Sport Technica International. That's what STI stands for. Just a little tidbit of information. Oh man.
Did you get that from Wikipedia?
I Googled it. I gotta say, it's got a really good interior.
Love it. Yeah.
I really like the way that they've set everything up. The one thing I'm not really a big fan of is the infotainment system, because I'm used to the Sync 3 and Ford. It's going to be hard to beat, but the steering wheel, everything is crisp. There's that little, what is it called when it's all
Little blow-off valve?
Yeah, a little blow-off valve.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about this vehicle. As you know, we are comparing Focus RS and the Subaru WRX STI. I want to say the biggest differences between the two, in my personal opinion, is this does ride a little bit rougher than the Focus RS because there's no independent driving modes in this one. You have more control over the suspension and the center diff. This has a center diff in it that controls both the front and the wheels, which is phenomenal. This soaks up the bumps a little bit harder. So, in saying that, I don't know. I really like both cars, but at this moment in time, I'm leaning more towards the Subaru, and I'm a diehard Ford guy. So that should really say it all. Focus RS is badass too, but what do you think?
I mean, this car is going to be, it's a little more comfortable because of the seat design, but maybe that's just because I'm not a skinny guy, so that might have something to do with it. I do like. This car is so much more refined, but Subaru's had a lot of years to refine this system, and it just gets better with time. And this car, to me, is just the one that I would pick for the guy that just likes the refinement, but still performance-oriented a little bit. But I think the Focus RS is more performance-oriented. It requires a little bit more driver input. And just
Focus RS is faster.
It is a faster.
It is. It's got more horsepower. It's got more torque. I gotta admit, I didn't think I was gonna like this car as much as I do. I've always been a Subaru fan. I've never owned one, and I've never driven the STI variant. But when you're comparing both these cars, this is about as close as you can come to the Focus RS. And this Subaru is a whole lot more readily available than the Focus RS.
Yeah, good luck getting your hands on an RS right now.
We do have one for sale. But we've only been able to sell 3. I mean, that's all my dealership has had. Our dealership has had.
Yeah.
So. All right, here we go. Time to see what we think about driving the Focus RS, and I will tell you right away, I'm not as comfortable.
But we are not the lightweights.
We're not. And don't let...
It's faster. Woo! It's a lot faster. Hold on. Hold on. You gotta do the modes, man.
No, don't take it. Okay. Whoa!
You felt
You
the
felt
change
that?
instantly.
Yeah, that's instant change.
Instantly.
We just put it in Sport Plus. Or did you put it in Track?
Track. This is
Track
track.
mode. Track mode. Right now we're going down a very bumpy road. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. This one is. I'm gonna say it. It's more exciting.
It is.
It's a more exciting feeling. I also don't feel like I'm in as much control as in the Subaru. I feel like everything's been turned up. My synapses are just cranked up just that little bit more. But that noise.
That noise, raw that I was talking about.
Noise is
it's
better.
Raw.
Yeah,
this car is, it's simpler, and you can feel that it's simpler, and that puts a little bit of fear in your mind.
Yeah, this car does what you want.
It does what you want, but it does it in a way that scares you. it won't let you mess up, but you don't know that it's not going to let you mess up.
There's more of a learning curve. So, for instance, I'll give you an example. I just drove the WRX STI last night for the first time. I've had pretty much all day to play with it. I immediately felt in control, comfortable. I felt really good about it. This one, there's going to be a bigger learning curve. There's also probably the possibility of more in something like this.
This car, well, yeah, the performance potential is with this car.
How many modes are there?
It's 4.
Okay. Phenomenal. They're both back road kings. I mean, you want to do a real comparison? These are both $40,000 all-wheel drive super sports cars. They're not, and they all have 4 doors. They all cost about the same. They weigh about the same, but they are completely and totally different.
They do it in different ways, different philosophies, different ways of giving you the experience. And that's what I really like about both of them, is the fact that one of them is the Tuxedo, the other one is the tank top and shorts.
Which one's the tank top and shorts?
This one. This one is just simple. I like the driving modes on the Focus RS. I really feel like, but then I'm simpler. I don't really want to dial in my bias on the center diff and dial in everything, which you can control everything that you can imagine. You can dial it in by little bars that go up and down, and you can lock the diffs on the Subaru, and it makes you feel like for every different situation, there's a different setting that's perfect for it. You can't do this on this. Yeah. This has preset modes, but you can do anything with this car. And looks. Which one do you like better? This one has more of the rally look. Even if our Subaru that we have today had a wing, I think still this has the rally look that everyone thinks of. When you think of a world rally car, you think of this look right here.
Right.
The hatchback with the big wing on the back. And
even though the Subaru is stiffer and bumpier, has a little more road noise, this is quieter ride in the Focus.
It is.
But when this one hits a bump, when you're in the track mode, you feel it more. It upsets the car that hair bit more than the Subaru. It feels like the Subaru could be going over anything, potholes, and just soak it right up.
But that's like this morning when I was telling you that I think if you're going to take one of these and you're actually going to hit the dirt road, you're going to go hit the bad terrain in the snow and stuff, I personally would pick the Subaru.
I think they both can
do it.
They both have fantastic all-wheel drive systems and limited slip, so I feel like they're both good. I feel like Subaru's been doing it a whole lot longer.
And you can tell.
You can tell.
You can tell.
You can tell.
But that's not a knock against the Focus, because the Focus, the RS has been around for a while.
Right.
But this particular all-wheel drive system, you know, it's not as refined. It's just not. But I love this car. I love the RS.
Yeah.
The only problem is getting one. I could
For sure.
roll down to Subaru Grapevine and pick 1 out of 15 which one I want.
Exactly the one you want. Color, specs, trim, whether or not you get the limited, whether or not you get the regular one. And there's something to be said for that. You know, ease of access, availability. That's huge. I think we do this every time, but I'm torn right now. I'm torn.
When you truly love cars, it's hard to find a favorite, especially between two of the best at the business.
God, this thing feels good. I don't know, man. Just because of the seats on the Subaru and the steering wheel. I like the steering wheel a little better than the Subaru. I'm gonna have to go with it, but it's constantly doing this 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. I mean, I don't know.
For me, because I don't have soft, lotiony hands, I like both steering wheels. But I'm not the biggest fan of these seats, and that's just because I'm not skinny. So,
but these do hold you. When you're turning a corner hard, these will hold you in. They are far superior bolstered seats for someone that's going to drive like that. Which, if you're buying these cars, there's a good chance you're going to be doing something like that. So, we do want to say, if any of you out there have any questions, please comment on the video, email us at the email link, and we'll be happy to answer anything that you have, because we are really driving these cars. I mean, no one, unless you're buying these cars or taking them for a test drive, if you find them, no one has the access to these things, especially this one, especially the Focus RS, because they're so hard to get. Made in Germany, takes what, 6 weeks just to get into the States?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to spend a month on the ocean, it seems like.
I will say the infotainment system, the Sync 3, is far superior, in my personal opinion. Not all infotainment systems, people like them. People like the ones they're used to. I'm used to the Sync 3. I think it's a better system than the Subaru one. But at the same time, someone who's used to a Subaru is probably going to say they like that one better. We're nitpicking right now. We're finding things to compare these two against, but without a doubt, real talk, phenomenal cars. Absolutely both of them.
What do you want? Do you want civilized, or do you want a kick in the pants?
But that's not all the way civilized. That thing can be...
It's a civilized athlete. This is raw talent.
Real talk. And we do want to give a big thank you to both 5-Star Ford in Carrollton, which is where we got the Focus RS from, where we work, and 5-Star Subaru in Grapevine, which allow us the use of this car so we could make this video. So thank you very much. We really appreciate you.
Also, 5-Star Subaru Grapevine, they have a lot of these STIs available, and that's not what we can say. We definitely can't say that about the RS, because